Hey everyone, this is my guide for Rengar. We're going to be learning itemization, runes, pathing, and how to Pyotim. Let's jump right into it. My preferred setup for runes on Rengo is going to be First Strike. Pretty standard page. However, I like to run Relentless Hunter as opposed to Treasure Hunter, as this allows me to be more efficient on the map. I would run the Electrocute setup against mostly squishy team comps, where I want a stronger early game. Run this page if you're planning to go full lethality. Runes. For the rune shards, run armor against heavy AD, MR against heavy AP, or simply health against mixed team comps. Itemization. For the itemization, I run two different setups, the crit setup and the lethality one. You want to prioritize going for the crit setup when you run the first strike runes, and you can confidently duel people with auto attacks and Qs. The lethality setup when they are mostly squishy or when you run against counters like Janna and Lulu for instance. This will grant you access to Edge of Night, which will be very vital to burst out carries and Lulu herself, or Janna. Pathing. If you're against weak early game junglers that will most likely do a full clear, looking to invade them will give you a huge lead. You want to start red in order to get a stronger dueling power early on. An important information is to know where they started. You can check your map to see if top lane or bot lane leashed for them, and then adapt your invade according to that. Here's the pathing starting blue side from your red to enemy red buff. We start red buff into Krugs, into Raptors, into enemy red. Preferably, you want to keep your 4 stacks after Raptors and use Blast Cone next to your blue buff to maintain your 4 stacks. Here's the pathing from your red to enemy blue buff. Here's the pathing starting red side from your red buff to enemy red. Here is the pathing from your red to enemy red buff. You can invade all these champions on the screen. Pause the video if you need a longer time to look at them. Other than the champions mentioned, you want to look to full clear and look to be careful for their invade. Now, let's talk about Rengar specifics. Rengar has a few gimmicks that makes him very unique as a jungler, and also very gimmicky, in a sense that he ganks differently than other junglers and plays differently. The reason as to why Rengar is so strong in the mid to late game in high elo is not because of his damage, but because his ultimate grants him longer range vision on a short cooldown. Preferably, you want to use your ultimate in a smart way. Let's take a look at an example. Here, there are 3 enemies. You can notice the mark on the closest target. As you can see, the mark will show on top of your opponent closest to you. You can look to extend your ultimate to take your opponent by surprise. The good way to use your ultimate is not by jumping on your target immediately, as that will give them enough time to react to your jump. However, if you jump from over a wall, you will be able to take them by surprise, as they will have a limited amount to react and give them almost no counterplay. When you look to gank bot lane, you want to preferably gank from the bushes by lane ganking. You can use a sweeper to jump on a ward by auto-attacking and then using your Q instantly on target, as that will make your combo faster. Here's a clip of me doing just that. Those are some useful bushes you can use in-game. You can use a free passive stack by cancelling your Q animation with the Blast Cone. You can cancel the Blast Cone by using your flash. An important thing about Rengar is that 90% of the time, you want to have 4 stacks before ganking with your ultimate, except if you really can't. And that's it for this guide. If you're interested in seeing Rengar gameplay, you can check my channel out. Or if you're interested in getting coached, you can check my Discord server down below. Happy hunting, guys. Bye bye.